What happens when you remove the sports attire on the Isuzu D-Max and put on a suit? Well, you get this, the all-new third generation Mazda BT-50. For the past quarter of a century, Mazda's pickup trucks have been made by someone else. For the longest time it was Ford and then now Isuzu. But did you know Mazda started making pickup trucks since 1931? Well, it wasn't exactly a truck yet. It was a tricycle truck called Mazda Go, the first vehicle they ever made. The actual pickup truck was produced in the 60s with the B-series trucks, the Mazda Proceed or the B-1500. They even made the world's first and only pickup truck with a rotary engine for the American market, but that only lasted for a short 3 years. Mazda then started supplying pickup trucks to Ford in the early 70s, the Ford Courier, and that went on for more than 2 decades.
It's a new Courier, imported by Ford. What's it got for you? Well, how about a peppy 1800cc engine up here?
In 1998, the roles switched. Mazda started taking pickup trucks from Ford, rebadging the Ford Ranger as the Mazda Fighter, and eventually the BT-50 since 2006. What's with the love affair? So Ford saved Mazda from financial crisis in 1979 by acquiring a quarter of Mazda's total share. By 1995, they owned up to 33.4%. This led to a long-term collaboration not only with pickup trucks. Do you remember the Ford Laser? It was a rebadged Mazda 323. The Ford Telstar, it was a Mazda 626, and many more. In 2008, the American car makers started disposing their shares because they have their own crisis to worry about. By 2015, they no longer own Mazda. So Mazda went on to sign a deal with Isuzu in 2016 for them to supply the third generation BT-50 in 2020. Why is Mazda still not making their own pickup trucks? That's because they want to focus on their SUV and crossover segments, which are booming right now. There are 2 engine options with 5 variants to choose from. 4 of them are with a 1.9-litre engine, just like the one right there. That's the 1.9 high automatic variant. There's only one variant that comes with a 3-litre engine, which is this top of the spec 3-litre high plus automatic. This third generation BT-50 faces tough competition in this crowded pickup truck segment, with the ever-famous Toyota Hilux, the handsome urban truck Mitsubishi Triton, Nissan Navara, the mother trucker, the recently launched all-new Ford Ranger, and also Isuzu D-Max itself. The all-new Mazda BT-50 starts from 93,000 ringgit with the single cab variant up to 144,000 ringgit. It is actually 3,000 ringgit cheaper than the Isuzu D-Max, by the way, which is surprising. So what did Mazda do in order to stand out from the rest? They didn't just remove Isuzu's badge and just slap on their own logo. In fact, they reworked the whole exterior design with their Koro design language. They redesigned the front, the rear, and in fact the door panels are different as well. I guess we can finally describe a pickup truck as sleek and elegant, which is good for lifestyle buyers because it has got a face that looks like the 300,000 ringgit CX-9. And it is clean as well without all the decals that shout, "I'm a 4x4." It is quite refreshing for the segment, but is it the best looking though? Let us know what you think. The headlights are bi-LEDs with the signature DRLs, which you can spot from miles away, and the fog light down there are LEDs as well. They have the clever windscreen washer on the wiper blades, I like those. As for the wheels, the 3-litre High Plus variant gets a larger 18-inch rims with 265/60 tyres, while the 1.9-litre High gets a smaller 17-inch wheels with a 255/65 tyres. Another difference would be the side mirror covers. You get chrome on this, while the rest don't. Just like the Isuzu D-Max, the BT-50 can wade as deep as 800mm. That's the deepest you can go unless you are driving a Land Rover Defender. Moving along, don't you think it's just nice and clean without the decals? Now, sports bar, would you prefer to have one? Well, obviously it doesn't come with one here because you can then choose to have a lead canopy or sports bar. Tell us what you prefer, or you like it this way, clean. As for the taillights, well, it looks like any other pickup trucks. My only complaint is it doesn't really match the front look. Now, the tailgate, if you remember, the D-Max comes with struts for easy open and close, but here, it just drops. And for you to close it, it's actually quite heavy as well. Now, the cargo area, if you realize, the cargo tray is missing. So you can't load and unload a statue of yourself easily. The interior is pretty much the all-new D-Max, but if you look closely, changes have been made to achieve a slightly more elegant cabin. It is actually less angular now, especially with the air vents design. It is a bit rounder and sleeker. Even the dashboard is cleaner. There is no longer a bump in the middle, which also means you don't get to reheat your food in the top compartment as demonstrated in the D-Max video. As for the rest, you do get a... Mazda, however, reduced the area of soft-touch leather-like material on the dash, which is only this part though, and not the entire dashboard like the D-Max. The seats are pretty much similar to the ones in the Isuzu D-Max, but here it is darker brown and it's got stitches in the middle. It is as comfortable and as supportive as you can see, and it's got manual lumbar support as well. Oh, only the 3-litre High Plus variant gets leather seats, while the rest fabric. The steering wheel has got a less angular design as well. I mean, the airbag housing in here is round, and just like the D-Max, it doesn't come with pedal shifters, which is very disappointing. Now, the middle cluster, nothing much to shout about, analog and digital with a small screen in the middle, while the big screen is actually here. The high variants get 9-inch center display, while the rest 7-inch, and here it has got wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The interface has got nothing to shout about, but when the Apple CarPlay is easily connected, it actually looks pretty awesome. Down here, the climate control settings has got a touch of premiumness. I like this entire area. It's got a 12-volt socket down here, one USB port with aux port, and of course your drive selector. You got 2H, 4H and 4L. Well, that's if you go off-roading. 2 cup holders in the middle, a large armrest in the middle, and also a pretty decent storage compartment. Your passengers back here are well taken care of. The seats are comfortable, material is soft, a bit upright though, but if they were to slouch a bit, they can get very comfortable. There are 2 air vents down here, 1 USB port to keep them entertained on their gadgets. There's a slot to put their phone if they decide to take a nap. Then there is a huge oh my god handle here, and here there is a hook for your teh tarik and nasi lemak bungkus, which is great. Yeah, it is a nice pickup truck to be in. Now to the things I like about the BT-50. You can remotely start the car when you're about to leave your kopitiam or mama to cool it down beforehand, while looking cool yourself. Without a boot, there is a certain seat configuration that you can play with in order for you to keep your large valuable items in here rather than back there out in the open. And if you have smaller and even more valuable stuff, there is a secret compartment out here for you to keep them out of sight. The car will lock itself as you are walking away from it with the key in your hands. Now, to the things I don't like about this truck. While the walk-away auto lock is good for when you are walking away from the car, it's not so good for when you are walking around the car, because when you walk near it again, it will be locked. In order for you to operate the handbrake properly, they slice off a chunk of this armrest over here. So now, it doesn't work properly. In this day and age, for a car this big without a surround view monitor, it is kind of weird. It only has reverse camera. There is only one variant that comes with the 3-litre turbo diesel engine, which is this, the top of the spec 3-litre High Plus variant with a 6-speed automatic gearbox. It makes 188 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque. The other engine option available in the rest of the BT-50 lineup is the smaller 1.9-litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel with the same 6-speed automatic or manual gearbox, making 148 horsepower and 350 Nm. As compared to the 2.8-litre Hilux Rogue, this 3-litre BT-50 is short of 16 horsepower and 50 Nm of torque. Why is that? Well, Isuzu's engine is known for its durability and efficiency, so it is safe to assume that they down-tune the engine so that they last longer than everyone else. In the safety department, the high variants get all 7 airbags, while the rest of the variants only 2. The top-of-the-range 3-litre High Plus comes with the full advanced safety technologies, which includes adaptive cruise control, auto emergency brake, forward collision warning, automatic high beam, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and lane departure warning. So, how does it drive? Modern pickup trucks nowadays are so different than before. Not only has it got off-roading capabilities, but it can also be very stable when you drive it fast on the highway. You don't get the bolty and floaty feel. So car makers are also targeting these lifestyle buyers. So these cars are made to be as livable as possible. So they're very refined. The seats are comfortable, very supportive. The steering wheel is small, so it makes it very manageable. The ride, well, bumpy, but not the trashy kind of bumpy. It has got double wishbone setup at the front, improved leaf spring at the back for better comfort. It is bumpy for sure because of the nature of this vehicle. My kids sitting at the back were having lots of fun going as we go through rumble strips and potholes, laughing all the way. It was great fun. In terms of power delivery, you can feel the gush and the power surge from this 3-litre engine. It just pushes you along as you put your foot down. But if you were to drive it back to back between this and the 1.9-litre variants, you do feel a huge difference when it comes to power delivery. Yeah, of course, that's a smaller engine, the 1.9. It is a bit lacking in terms of power, but it is sufficient for your daily moving about and also your occasional load at the back. It also saves you on fuel and road tax. Here comes the big but. The engine in the Isuzu D-Max is louder and more vibraty as compared to its competitors. So it is about the same here in the BT-50. In this 3-litre especially, it is loud and it is angry, like roar all the time. So it can get a bit tiring and annoying after a while. But with the 1.9-litre engine, it is a lot calmer and quieter. So you might want to take that into consideration. Then again, with all the anger in this 3-litre variant, you do get all the power that you need for you to overtake, take it off the line and climb steep hills. And also it makes you feel manlier as well. But if you were to drive it up to speed on highways, it's actually quite smooth and you don't really feel the vibration. Even though the Isuzu D-Max and the Mazda BT-50 are essentially the same car, I'm actually quite glad Mazda put in a lot of effort in making this different and stand out in its own way from the rest. This then offers a different flavour in the pickup truck segment in our market as the sleek and elegant pickup truck. Something that makes me look stylish and makes me feel manlier. What's not to like? So, is this car for you? Well, if you have been looking for an elegant and sleek looking pickup truck which happens to have an extensive safety suite, then yes, your chariot has arrived. But if you're the kind who are not into elegant and sleek pickup trucks, because you think pickup trucks are meant to be rugged and macho looking, then probably not. If you want to find out more about this all-new Mazda BT-50, do log on to AutoBuzz.my. If you like our video, do give us a thumbs up, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the logo or the subscribe button below. And please remember to turn on the notification bell to receive updates whenever we upload a new video. And do support us by getting our t-shirts at AutoBuzz.shop. Thank you for watching and ciao.